Hello everyone, my name is Shubham Singh and today we will be discussing about clock signals, level triggering and edge triggering. So let's get started. A clock signal is represented by something like this. So what is a clock signal? A clock signal is nothing but just a signal that tells all the digital circuits and electronics that when to perform a certain operation like store data, add or subtract numbers and rest of the things. So just like how we have watches and clocks in our house to tell us when to do what all kind of things, in the same way digital circuits and electronics have these clock signals to tell them to when to perform certain tasks, and so that everything inside the circuit is in synchronization and not randomly happening anytime anyway. A clock signal has two stable states. The one is 0 or low state and the another one is 1 or the high state. And besides the 0 and 1, it has a leading edge and a falling edge, also known as positive edge and the negative edge. This clock signal has a time period, and a time period is a time in which an oscillation is being performed. So time period is represented by T, and the frequency of oscillation, that is F is equal to 1 upon T. That is, frequency is inversely proportional to time period. Besides this frequency and time period, the oscillation also has something called as duty cycle. And duty cycle is equal to the time in which this frequency is high divided by the time of the oscillation, that is time period of the oscillation. So if the wave is maintaining the high position for half of the time period, then the duty cycle will be 50%. So now that we know what is a clock signal and how it is being made and what comprises the duty cycle and all, so let's see how does it affect the digital circuit, like the frequency of the clock signal. Since the clock signal tells the digital circuit at what time certain task has to be performed, so the frequency of clock signal determines the speed of the circuit. So if we increase the frequency of clock signal, the performance and the speed of circuit should increase and will increase till a certain maximum point is reached, after which the circuit will fail to be in synchronization with clock signal and will not work properly. So we choose a signal frequency which is highest and still under maximum limits of the circuit. So let's move on to our next topic, which is level triggering. Level triggering implies when a circuit is being switched on or triggered during the positive or the negative cycle of the clock signal. So there are two types of level triggering depending on the voltage level of the clock signal. The first one will be positive level triggering, which will occur over here, and over here, and the second one is the negative level triggering, which occurs when the signals becomes low, or we can say when the signal is zero, the negative level triggering occurs. So the positive level triggering means that the circuit, like a flip-flop, is being triggered or switched or turned on during the high level of the clock signal. So now what is negative level triggering? The negative level triggering is similar to the positive level triggering, but in this case the circuit is being triggered or turned on during the low level of clock signal. So now let's see how does edge triggering works and what does it means. Edge triggering implies when a circuit is being switched on or triggered during the leading edge or the falling edge of the cycle. There are two types of edge triggering. The positive edge triggering, which occurs when the signal moves from 0 to 1 or from low to high, and the another one is negative edge triggering, which occurs when the signal moves from 1 to 0 and or from high to low. So now we know what are level triggering and edge triggering. Let's see what's the difference between both these two types of triggering and how is one beneficial over another. In level triggering, the circuit remains switched on or triggered when the level reaches either 1 or either 0. Since the duty cycle usually is 50%, the circuit remains on or triggered during the 50% time or 50% time when the circuit runs. So it creates and consumes more power, and in contrast to the level triggering, the edge triggering occurs only during the leading edge or the falling edge. Consider if we have this leading edge triggered circuit, then the circuit will be turned on only this much period of time. Actually this seems to be perpendicular, but it isn't. It happens like this, the signal. So something like this happens. So it takes a very little time, or indirectly saying, it remains triggered for a very short duration of time, and the noise doesn't affect if we use edge triggered mechanism to trigger our circuits. So, and also the power is saved as we are not using it for a longer duration of time. The circuit remains off, or the power is saved. So yeah, that's it. Hello, my name is Shubham Singh, and hope that now you know what are level triggering, edge triggering and clock signals, which I guess you already knew then also. Thank you for watching.
This was a triumph. I'm making a note here, huge success.